How to design a 3-bit synchronous up counter, which is also called as a Mod-8 counter. So we will see the step-by-step procedure, how to draw the state diagram for the counter, how to plot the K-map and derive the logic diagram from it. And we can also find the university questions for which you can find the solutions here. First, let us see what are the university questions. Design a 3-bit synchronous up counter using JK flip-flop. Design a Mod-8 synchronous up counter. Draw the state diagram of a 3-bit up counter. Draw the logic diagram of a counter that can count from 0 to 7 and design a counter with the counting sequence 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. So for all these questions, you can find the answers here. First, what is a 3-bit synchronous up counter? So it is specified 3-bit. So 3-bit means 3 bits are used for counting operation. So 3 bits are 0, 0, 0. Always counter starts from 0. So 0, 0. So we know with 3-bit 2 power 3 you will get 8 combinations. So from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1 there will be 8 combinations will be there. So this counter, it is a up counter. So it has to count like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So after 7 it will come back to 0. So you can see here I have taken A, B and C. So this A, B, C represents 3 bits. So 3-bit it will start from 0, 0 and it goes till 1, 1, 1. So number of flip-flops we use 3. So each character, this A, B and C represents flip-flop. This 3-bit synchronous counter is also called Mod-8 counter. So we have seen that for 3-bit we need 3 flip-flops. So with 3 flip-flops we are getting 8 combinations. So the number of states in this 3-bit counter is 2 power 3, that is 8, which is called as the states of the counter. So since there are 8 states, we call it as a Mod-8 counter. Next, the important topic is state diagram of the counter. So state diagram means it represents the different states of the counter, or this diagram shows in what manner the states of a counter changes. So it is a 3-bit synchronous up counter. So up counter means we are counting in forward direction. So it goes in this way 0, 1, 2. For 2, what is the next state? 3. When it is in counting 3, the next state will be 4. So it goes in this sequence only. So this state diagram is very important to design any counter. Since it is specified as a 3-bit synchronous up counter, it is going in this direction. Suppose if you want to design a down counter, your arrow mark should be in reverse direction. You should see this arrow mark. So it goes from 0 to 1, 1 to 2. In case of a down counter, your arrow will be, it will start from if 7, 6, 5. So arrow direction will change. So you need to know about the state diagram clearly so that you can design the counter. You can use any flip-flop to design the counter if it is not specified in the question. So I am going for JK flip-flop. So take the JK flip-flop, recall the truth table once. So when both J and K are 0, there will be no change in the next state. When J is 0, output will be reset, and if J is 1, output will be set. When both J and K are 1, the output will toggle. That is, if it is 0, the next state will be 1, and if it is 1, the next state becomes 0. So you should remember the truth table of all the flip-flops so that you can design the counter. Okay, always this feature will be widely used in JK flip-flop, that is when both J and K are 1, toggling occurs. Now let us design a 3-bit synchronous up counter using JK flip-flop. So let us recall what we have seen. The number of flip-flops required for designing a 3-bit synchronous up counter is 3. So let me take 3 JK flip-flops named as A, B and C. Now draw the state table. So we need 3 flip-flops A, B and C. So for any binary number, normally we mention the most significant bit is this side and least significant bit is this side, that we know. But I have kept the A flip-flop, that is the least significant bit this side. Okay, so that the circuit will be very simple. So you can generally follow this pattern itself. It will be very easy to draw the logic diagram for the counter. Now the first step is to design the flip-flop A. We need to find a relation between all the 3 flip-flops so that we can easily draw the logic diagram. So if you see the flip-flop A, QA, you see QA represents the present state of the flip-flop. So 0, 1, 0, 1. Its output is keep on changing in every clock cycle. So QA changes state for every clock cycle. Is we have seen that in a JK flip-flop, when J and K are equal to 1, the output will toggle. So we are going to use this property. Take the JK flip-flop, tie J and K together to 1. So when JK is equal to 1, toggling will occur. That is, if it is 0 initially, next time it will become 1. After that again it will become, next clock it will become 0. Again next clock it will become 1. So toggling occurs. So simply you can connect J and K equal to 1. So now this is the clock pulse. Okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the clock pulse. I am taking the negative edge of the clock pulse. Okay, negative edge or the falling edge of the clock pulse. So at this falling edge, the flip-flop will change its state. So this is the output of the A flip-flop. So you see here falling edge, it is changing from 0 to 1. Again in the negative edge, it should change its state. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So the same table will be appearing here. Next, we will design the next flip-flop B. So you take this table. Now you have to bring this output in this flip-flop. So it is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So you have to find a relation between the first flip-flop and second flip-flop so that you can design the counter. So what is the relation? You see here, when 1 is here, when 1 is there in the first flip-flop, this QB changes its state. So QB changes state whenever QA is equal to 1. So this is how you have to find the relation between QA and QB. So what we can do? Take the output of QA and connect it to J and K here. So whenever QA is 1, this second flip-flop will change its state. So this is what we need. So when QA is equal to 1, it has to change its state. So this can be done by connecting the QA to the J and K of second flip-flop. This is QA output. Now we will draw QB output. You see here, when this QA is given as the input for the second flip-flop. So when there is 1 in QA, this will change its state. QB is changing its state from 0 to 1. You see here, first 1 is there. So QB changes from 0 to 1. And when next 1 is there, it changes its state from 1 to 0. So it is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. So you can see 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So this will repeat. Next, we will design the flip-flop C. Here we have 4 zeros and 4 ones. So we have to find a relation between the other flip-flop and the third flip-flop. So when both QA and QB are 1, this flip-flop, third flip-flop, C flip-flop changes its state. You again see here when it is 1, 1, it changes from 1 to 0. So now we got a relation between 3 flip-flops. So you take the third flip-flop and take AND gate because it is both the input should be 1. So we have to go for a AND gate. So take QA and QB input. So when both are 1, this AND gate will give you 1 as output. So this can be given as an input for the C flip-flop. So when this AND gate gives 1, the output will toggle here. So we can draw the timing diagram for the third flip-flop also. When both are 1, QA and QB are 1, this third flip-flop will change its state. So this will be the timing diagram for the third flip-flop. So now you can check here QA, B, C. Okay. So CBA is here 0, 0, 0. Then it should go to 0, 0, 1. So you check here. It is 0th state, first state 0, 0, 1. It's 0, 1, 0. So like that you will get the 7th state. So after 7th state you check again you will get only 0, 0, 0. So it again goes back to 0. So totally 8 states will be there from 0 to 7. Totally 8 states will be there. Again it goes back to 0. So we have easily designed a 3-bit synchronous counter using JK flip-flop. So remember, only when you are using JK flip-flop, this method is applicable. That is, you can easily find the relation between the flip-flops. Whereas when you use a D flip-flop or T flip-flop, it might be difficult to find a relation. So we need to follow some certain steps so that it will be easy to design the counter using D flip-flop and T flip-flop. So that we will see in the next video. So if you are asked to design a 3-bit synchronous counter without specifying what type of flip-flop you should use, you can go for JK flip-flop. It will be very easy. And this is the state diagram of the 3-bit synchronous counter. Before designing a counter, you need to have some knowledge about the truth table and excitation table of the flip-flops. So you please go through the videos related to it if you are not aware of it. And apart from digital electronics, in this channel Read Electric Vehicle, we have covered power electronics, solid state drives, circuit theory and basic electrical engineering. If you need any other material or queries regarding that, you can mail to readelectricvehicle@gmail.com. If you like the video, do subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.